You
right?
had the wrong snorkel to begin with.
Well, probably, but
Well, probably.
you know what Dan's describing is actually a Sandler concept. It's called the dummy curve. Okay, when you don't when you don't know a lot about something and you get asked a question and you don't know anything about it, what do you usually say to a client?
No.
You say, I don't know, I'll find out, right? I don't know, I'll find out. And when we
What
do
would you
that,
say to the client?
I
heard that wrong.
yeah, what do we say to the client?
I
I don't know, I'll find out.
heard,
And
what
when
would
we
you say
find
to
out, we give them information. We give them information and we generally sell a lot, like what Dan was doing with the snorkel, right? Hey, listen, this one's going to help you. This one's almost guaranteed you're going to survive. Okay, pretty strong thing. Then what happens to people is they get knowledge. And as they get knowledge, they want to beat their chest and share the knowledge, show everybody how smart they are. And as they get more knowledge, the more knowledge they get, the more sales drop. And they actually sell less as they know more. And what we call this the beginner phase. We call this middle part here the amateur phase. Because now we know a bunch about what we're selling and we want to share features and benefit. And we just show up and we go and we barf up all the features and benefits. Okay. And listen, you've all been with a salesperson that did this at some point. Okay. And Dan, this is what happened to you when you were only selling the J snorkel.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And then then what happens over here, this is the professional phase. We start to sell more again because now we've learned to only share the knowledge that's relevant to what the client needs rather than just everything we know, which is exactly what Dan did with the snorkel. Are you selling the right one for that client? That's selling them what they need. And so we call this in Sandler the dummy curve because here as a professional, you're doing what you did here when you were not too smart about what you were selling, but except now you're doing it with intent and purpose. Does that make sense to everybody?